All right, we are live. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the Unconventional Mindset. My name's Odum. And of course, what we're doing here is every day we do a live stream where we work on building ourselves, our business that's going to generate $1 million in revenue every single year. And of course, we're about 10% there. Last year, our first year, we made 100,000 revenue. And this year, I haven't done any thinking or any planning about this, but hopefully we can get up to $250,000 in revenue this coming year. That's what we're probably going to work towards. Probably do a video on the plan and everything in the next couple weeks, I would say. But today we're going to get right back into building out our Piixel Pieces website, which of course is going to be our Webflow component library and template library, where people are going to be able to sign up, join, pay one fee, pay one price, and get access to all the components and templates that we're building. And that's a little bit of an extension off of the company that we're doing right now, which is Piixel, which does website design and development. So with all that being said, let's hop right back into Webflow. And what we have right now, and so far what we've done is we have the home page here, which just kind of illustrates, what it is that Piixel Pieces is and what it allows you to do. And there's still some placeholders here for some images that are going to need to be developed, like right here. This is going to be an actual image of what the application looks like. It will probably be more like gamified or cartoonified, much like Asana does on their landing page, which we looked at before, which I think is pretty cool. So it just takes the simplistic concepts of where different things are, like the navigation and the components, and just shows the basics of what you can do with it, right? So it's going to have the navigation menu, all the different components, and like the ability to copy and paste. So anyways, so we have that image there. Just a little bit of information here. Probably have some icons here, which I think will look nice. And then we have the two different things here. The two different things you can look at are components and templates. And then we have testimonials and then the pricing. And of course, we started quickly working on the components page and also the templates page as well. And we do need to do a little bit more thinking on whether people are going to be able to buy individual templates or not. I'm kind of thinking that no, we probably aren't going to want that, to be honest, just to keep things easy. And then we just did a little copy and paste of the actual pricing page, which is what we're going to kind of work on right now. And I actually want to go take a quick look at what I have here for data shift, which I kind of like this thing where it just says that what the cost is. You can kind of see my style here, my written style. Okay. We could say something like access all our components and templates for one one-time payment. So get access to all our components and templates I want to put the word get lifetime access to all of our components and templates for a one-time payment. Okay. So, hang on, give me a second here. Let's go to member stack for a second. And I want to see like getting started, I think it's just going to be name, email. Right. So I want to have, do we want to have a trial? I think so. And I think, let me open our Figma as well here for a second. There's that reverse button. Okay. I think. I don't know if I want to mess around with the free trial. The reason I'm a little bit hesitant, or what I'm thinking about, what a problem could potentially be, is that somebody could start a free trial, get access to everything, and just download everything. Like download all the templates or what have you, and then that's it, right? And then they could just leave. So I guess that's why you could go with a freemium model where you can have a free account and get access to only certain things and then pay for the full featured, which I'm not too keen on either. You know what? Let's just start with no free trial. We'll just do like get started. And button large. Let's just make this a little bit bigger. And then get unlimited access now for whatever the price is. And I should probably have something for pricing here as well. Just have a variable so I can adjust the pricing in the database. Payment of, oops. And then like this one, do I have frequently asked questions here? Yeah, I do have that here. I like, this is kind of cool, like what you get. What do you get? I could say membership benefits. Is that something that I want to say here? See, I should have planned out this content beforehand, but we'll just do it here in real time, I guess. What can we do? And I think what we want to do is, I like this. I think we're just going to do something nice and simple and just have the different sections of that illustrate what it is that you get. Kind of like this, basically. So let me go to the home page. Let me steal this section. Actually, it's not going to copy. Let's copy this section and let's put it in here. Okay. Oh, my comments aren't displaying, but hey, Kevin, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Why is that not showing up? I don't know if it's my stream deck or... it's not the first time that my comments haven't been working. All right. Oh, that's good you're doing well. Yeah, stupid comments not showing up. I think I'd have to almost restart everything, like my OBS or my Twidget app. And that's not good because then I'll have to end the stream. But it's good to hear you're doing well. Awesome, awesome. All right, well, maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll try something a little bit later on. I can restart that app. Okay. So I want to have our heading here, and it's basically going to say, what do you get when you join Piixel Pieces? And actually, I do think that, that's the Twidget. That's not what I want to go to. Let's go to home page here for a second. I actually want this. Right, take that and bring it to the pricing page. And I'm going to throw it into here. Okay, not this, but this. So I got to come up with some good language here, but let's just throw some stuff. Basically, not basically. I could just say like, you get everything. Unlimited access to all. It needs to be clear that you get access to every component, every template now, but also into the future. So how should we say this? Okay, well, let's hang on. Let's do this one first. So sorry, this is a little bit less Webflow stuff than more content writing, but all relevant, especially if you're doing everything yourself. Okay, so what do you get? You get lifetime access. Not only do you get access to all current components and templates, but also to every single new one that we release in the future. I'm actually really excited about this because, like I said, I've been doing this stuff for I don't know, 15, 16 years now in terms of building and designing websites. And the thought of being able to pay something like a one-time fee and have access to everything that I will need like throughout my career or journey, I think it's just really, really cool. And without having to pay these monthly fees. It's a whole nother story talking about monthly fees and my love-hate relationship. Obviously, if you're a business owner, having that recurring revenue is like super awesome and it makes total sense. But as an individual that constantly has to pay monthly fees for every single thing that you have, like it adds up considerably. And I do miss the days where you can just buy a piece of software and you just have it. So, the piece of software cost, like even like right now, if I could pay $2,000 for Adobe and you have the full suite of everything, I would do that and then not have to worry about paying $80 a month or $90 or whatever the hell it is. And I'm actually looking at moving away from that because I can't, these subscription models, it gets too much. Good question, Kevin. How do you build trust with the customer that they know you'll be around in 6 months, 3 years, and continue to update? So that's a very good question. And I think part of that answer is, number one, being open and honest about what I do. Like I'm always on YouTube and I'm going to be publishing videos constantly about what it is that we're doing here at the company and just doing tutorials and all that kind of stuff. And with that, hopefully that people see that I'm engaged and I'm engaged with the community and I'm engaged with my clients, that they know that I'm going to be around for the long term. But I mean, honestly, it is a good point in that I can't say that I'm going to be around for forever and then that's that. But I think one of the things is to reach a price point that is fair enough so that if you buy into Piixel Pieces and in 2 years, it's not there anymore in the sense that there's no more new stuff, then at least you got $200 worth or whatever the cost is of value from that, right? Like there was access to, 20 templates or whatever, and you have those. And of course, the site's never going to go down. So it's a really good point. And I think it's something that I'm going to have to continuously think about and see what ways that I can develop to build that trust. And it's a valid point. I think and the question that I have for you maybe would be, think of all the different things that you have as a subscription model. How many of them do you worry that are going to go out of business? And do you worry that if you invested so much money into it that you're not going to get the money out? Or I guess to think about the question another way is that if you did pay a one-time fee for Spotify or whatever, for example, would you feel bad if after a year or two that they did go out of business, that you feel like you want to get some of that money back? I mean, yeah, it's a very interesting question. And I'm going to make note of it actually, because it's something for sure that should probably go in the frequently asked questions. And I should probably put something in like the terms of service that'll say something that, like, I don't know if you could say like, well, the website is at least going to be up for, a decade. And that even if I stop making things that, you're not going to lose access to the stuff you already have. It's a really good point. But I think if I'd have to say now, honestly, is that once I launch and then say I have, 50 components and like 20 templates or something, maybe that's a little bit too high when I'm going to launch, but I have that amount of content out there. And if the cost is $200-300 or whatever it ends up being, that there's enough value with the stuff that's already there that even if there was no new stuff, that it would still be worth it. But of course I want to go way, way beyond that. And who knows, maybe by then Webflow will buy me out. And then they could keep it going. And that's the other thing I need to figure out. I'll probably have to get a developer on board here, is to actually build out a Webflow like module or whatever. So just right here, you can just click and there'll be a Piixel Pieces on the side here, just like I have this one for F and Suite, and there's other ones. I don't think it's too hard to build using their API. Anyways, so you just have a module there and then you'll have access to everything. So it would make it easy for any other company to take over if for whatever reason, I decide I don't want to do this anymore, which I don't see in the near future or even the midterm future. Anyways, but thank you. Very good point. Okay, what do you get? All right, lifetime access. Okay, I have those two different points. Let's say unlimited use. No restrictions on many times you templates or okay. Hey Ninja, how's it going? Sorry, my comment section stuff is not working today. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to give this a quick reset and see if I can get it to work. But how's it going, Ninja? I apologize. I'm writing content now that I should have done ahead of time. But, write the content first before making the pages. But for this one, I didn't quite get there. Okay, so here's comments. Select. No, still not showing up. No, I probably have to restart OBS. Which ain't gonna happen. Okay. Let's say, I don't know exactly what would be a great word to use for customer support. Do I have something here that I wrote down with priority support? All right, that's interesting. Whenever I look at this, I'm like, I should try again to get this thing to work. Such a good app. Anyways, customer support. To us. Well, I don't want to say 24/7 support initially, because that's not true in the sense that I'm not going to be available 24/7 and I don't have a team of people standing by, but you can email me at any time. So what would be the correct way to say that, but to also be truthful? I mean, support you. Oh, okay, that sounds really bad. I have to do some work on this for sure. We're ready to support you via email. You know. Oh God, this is horrible. And whatever, and then. Oh, that's horrible. Horrible. Okay, basically, I'm trying to think of saying something that you can email us, and we'll respond, within whatever the hours of operation are. But then, of course, you can reach out to us anytime, like outside of those hours, and we'll be in touch with you as soon as possible. So I kind of like what I had before, where it's like we have humans that are ready or standing by to help with any questions you have. I could just say we're here to help you with any questions you have regarding using, implementing, like our products. I don't know. Yeah, okay. We'll see if that sticks. So we have lifetime access, unlimited use. I guess the thing, like continual updates. I could say, let's say we are always working on improving our existing components and templates, as well as adding new ones. No, that's pretty lame, but anyways. Access our full library of components and templates. Including all future releases. And then, right. Let's say use our and templates in as many projects as you want with no restrictions. Okay, that one's not bad. And are always updating and improving our components to ensure this is bad. But basically, if you just think of, obviously technology, HTML, CSS and stuff, and even Webflow, they're always improving. There's always new things that are coming on board. So the idea, of course, is that any older templates and components are always going to make sure that they're up to date with the best standards and all that kind of stuff. So the idea is that no matter what you're using, you can be sure that it's going to be using the latest, technology and things like that. Because I don't know if you've ever purchased any other like templates before, because I purchased lots of templates, especially back in the WordPress days. And some of them you just can't buy anymore because they're so out of date and they're using like all kinds of technology that's, well, anyways, it's just old, right? Which is fine. But the thing is that they get out of date. So, but here the idea would be that every template is never going to get out of date unless maybe there'll be some reason that I'd slap something as completely like out of date or what have you. But within the Webflow environment, I think it's easy enough to be able to keep things up to date so that they're always going to be ready to go, even though they were built, 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. Maybe that won't be the case as we go on and as we keep building things and as we see what it's like to actually maintain a template. Like I'm maintaining websites, so maintaining templates is maybe a little bit different. And the thing too, the one problem that I will say with Webflow that sucks in comparison to something like WordPress is that you can't, as far as I know, you can't buy a template and then start making changes or updates to it or what have you. And then if the place where you bought the template from has an update, you can't just roll in the update because it'll just wipe everything out, right? So that's the only thing that that sucks with Webflow. So maybe that's makes things like a non-issue in the sense. Oh no, it doesn't, because someone buys a template and then they use it and install it on their site, or they build their site out of it, then they're not ever going to be able to go back and look at the updates and be able to, add those into their website. So I guess a user is going to be on their own to make sure that they continue to update their website. But the good thing with Webflow is once it works, your site's always going to work as well too. So anyways, but you want to make sure you have a starting point at the best possible way, which is what I want to make sure that everyone has when they're using our products. Okay, so we got lifetime access, unlimited use, continual updates. I want to say something, but customer support is like, well, like everyone has customer support. I mean, not everyone's support is as good as the others, but I guess I want to say something in a way that, like, we're here to provide, like we're here for you, and we're not just a place that wants to get your money. It's like, I actually want to see you succeed. Like if you're using this, and I imagine you'll be someone like me, or someone that is wanting to learn how to build their own websites or build other websites, or maybe they want to start their own agency or whatever the case may be, that Piixel's it's a resource that, if you give me a call or an email or whatever, like I'll help you. I'll walk you through your stuff. If you're having any problems or whatever, setting things up, like happy to screen share and do all that kind of stuff, and just make sure that everyone can be successful with our stuff, right? Like I'm always maybe a little bit too positive about these kinds of things, but I think the world is like, everyone has the ability to succeed, and we can all be successful. It's not like there's just room for one person that's going to be the master of, all things templates and components or what have you, right? So anyways, how do I say that in like one line? I don't know. I got to figure that out. Maybe Ninja, maybe you have some kind of magic that can help with that. All right. So what do you get when you join Piixel, right? And then now we want to go into frequently asked questions. And if I go, so I think I basically want to copy this and how this is done. Right. So let's go here. And let's just have a look-see, because I can't remember what I did and how I made them. All right, frequently asked questions here. I probably, that doesn't look good at all. I have to get rid of that drop shadow. Okay. Frequently asked questions. I think I'm probably using attributes, I would imagine. No, I didn't use attributes. It looks like I just did open and close on tap. Okay, even easier, I guess. Can I copy this? I should be able to copy it, right? And we're going to paste it. I'm going to get rid of that one, and we're going to paste you here. It's also going to take off all the styling, but that's okay. Excellent. All right, but we need to take this here, small container. Put it up here at the top. All right. Frequently asked questions. And I guess I'm just going to, you have questions, we have answers. It's not copying if it's copying yourself, is it? Okay. So yeah, it actually looks the same, which is kind of neat. But okay, what should the questions be? Aside from like how long you're going to be operational for, which we should actually put that in here. Where'd my Twidget thing go? Did I close it? I think it's closed. Actually helps me see comments. All right. Okay, let's load it up. Still not working. Is it working on here? Not working here. Okay, still not working. Okay, so what are going to be the questions? So Kevin, it'd be really cool, like really cool, if you had a version of each component for different frameworks, like client first, which is what I typically used. That is interesting. How many different frameworks are there out there? And then I guess by frameworks, you're talking about how I would be naming all the class structures. Just the naming conventions, yeah. So one thing I know with Webflow, their naming conventions for what they want, they say they want it capital case, I think, which is really annoying because nobody does CSS like that. So Reloom, does Reloom use client first, or do they use multiple components for different frameworks? I thought they were client first. There's client first only, right? So I need to immerse myself more with what their docs are, and if it makes the most sense, then, and if that's what most people are using, then don't reinvent the wheel. Because I know I have my own specific things that I saw FN Suite were using that I wasn't particularly, like, it wasn't really for me, but again, who am I to reinvent the wheel? I mean, I really like that concept though, of making the components and then just using different conventions for different frameworks, or you can switch between frameworks. That would be really cool, like a toggle, like, hey, what framework are you on? That's actually really cool. Did they update this webpage over the past, not too long ago? Oh no, it's kind of the same. Yeah. Yeah, it's the class strategy. Yeah. So that's a really good point. And I think in my head too, what I was thinking of was starting out with my own framework and building an actual framework, which I have done some work on. That makes the most sense. for me in my style. And I guess maybe that's coming from a designer developer into Webflow, but it might make more sense to just use what everyone else is using and not reinvent the wheel. Sorry, just taking notes here. I guess it would be almost double the work every time you want to add on another framework, or if you wanted to make it in multiple frameworks. Do you know of any other frameworks other than Client First that has any kind of traction? That would be interesting to find out. I should probably do that research. Mast. Never heard of that. So, okay. Okay. Interesting. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, man. I have my own thoughts on like whenever you're looking at frameworks and stuff, then you get these things. Yeah, it makes sense, but I like descriptive classes. Maybe I just have to really get out of my head in terms of how I learned this stuff for the past 12 years of just writing everything by hand and then using different principles or what have you when I developed my own style for my CSS nomenclature. Anyways, lots of research to figure this out before we start, obviously before we get going and release. But thank you for all this information. So Lumos, I haven't heard of that either. I have to bookmark this stuff. So these guys are heavy on custom code. Interesting. Well, actually, no, go back. Right. Ah, interesting. Oh, that's kind of cool. Reserved for utilities. Yeah, makes sense. Combo utility and helper, right? Interesting. So, question, Kevin, for you is: do you think, I'm going to say the world is ready, but do you think it would even be wanted or desired to have even a new framework developed? My gut is telling me no. Don't go developing a new framework, unless for some reason that these frameworks just fundamentally go against a certain principle that I want to have when I'm making my Webflow templates. Yeah, I agree. No, yeah. Out of these ones, I'm sure. I think my gut is telling me that client first is probably going to be the best one, but we'll see. Yeah, no. All right, definitely fair points. Yeah, it depends. That's interesting. The target audience. It's a good question. And to be 100% honest, I'm not sure what my target audience is and who they're going to be, whether they're going to be veterans of Webflow or just people starting out or just small business owners that want to get a website and they're just like, hey, you know what? I just want to buy a template and throw in my stuff and that's it. So I think for me, that in my head, I'm leaning towards those types of people. Someone that just wants a website, they just want to buy their template and then go ahead. But yeah, if it's more for people like, I think you seem to be like, you really know what you're doing and, you know, you'd be more advanced users. So am I looking for advanced customers? I mean, eventually, yes, 100%. But at the start, I don't know. I think that's going to grow organically and develop organically. And maybe that's not the best thing to do when you're thinking about a business and you should kind of know exactly what customer it is you want to target. Oh, I wish my stupid comments were showing up. This is so frustrating. Okay. Frequently asked questions. What did we have? What was I thinking? I don't know. Let's just throw in a few of them here. How does it work? Why do you charge a month instead of a flat amount? So this would be like the opposite. Why do you charge a fixed fee instead of a monthly fee? So can I ask you, Kevin, what are your thoughts on like a fixed fee? Like say if you use Reloom, if you pay their monthly fee or any other place, what are they like JetBoost and there's a few other libraries out there, obviously. Would you prefer or would you like it if they were a one-time fee and you just had lifetime access? Does that resonate with you? How often is your library updated? Use any frameworks? I could do a question on frameworks. And What other questions? So you're just a Webflow hobbyist on a slow pace to get more local clients, which is what attracted me to your site. Okay, well, that's fair enough. You'd pay if you had a specific project. Yeah. So I guess if you had a project, then it would make sense, like a specific project, you pay like for 1 month, get the stuff and then cancel if you didn't want to keep paying. And then that would obviously be much cheaper than paying like a one-time fee. Yeah, cancel. Yeah, exactly. Right. So that's fair. That is definitely fair. So are you starting off trying to build yourself a like a web design client list? What are you working on specifically? If you don't mind me asking. Do you offer any refunds? Can you help me implement my components on my website? And then maybe can you customize any templates for me? And then we could just draw them towards Piixel for that, if anybody wants any custom work. Okay. So I think that works pretty well for FAQ. And Ninja, I will write the content for this before I start working on it. I'll see if I can get that done tonight. Okay. So that is our payment page. I think we need some separation for these sections here. I think we'll get to that once all the pages are built. Then we could finesse all of our coloring and everything. I've mostly built sites for friends, family, looking to work with more local businesses. Full-time job and okay, cool. Right on. Yeah, there's I think like learning how to use Webflow and learning web design is a good skill to have especially if it's for something on the side. So for me, I'm like in the exact same spot that you were when I had a full-time job, and this was back in 2005, and I was working at the university, and people would come up like, oh, I need a website or need this or what have you. And then I would just build them for like very, very cheap. Then I started off with like $500 or whatever, like a site or what have you. And then, yeah, just like you start consuming content, you start learning about the skills, start learning about the craft, and understanding all the different nuances, because it's not just about, using Webflow. It's about design theory. It's about typography, all these different kinds of things. And just the more you do it, the more skills you learn. And then before you know it, you're charging a whole lot more money. People are knocking at your door asking for your services, or you're actually getting jobs because of it. And then you're just growing. And if you like doing it, then that's fantastic. Then all the better. Because it is really fun helping other people with their businesses and like making their websites or what have you. So good on you. This is really awesome and really nice to see. So you consume a lot of Webflow content. Yeah, right on. So like a formal background in, so like what I would recommend is like obviously learning Webflow is really great, but learning the underlying fundamentals of HTML and CSS, I think will really, really help understand how Webflow itself is structured and how it's laid out. making sure you have that background is, I think would be really, really helpful. And certainly it's not very difficult to learn. Like, if you're already using Webflow, you kind of already have a grasp of, your elements, and your grids and your flex for like layouts, and just understanding the underlying code behind it is, can go a really long way. So anyways, right on. And I think what's really good too is, especially if you're doing it for like local businesses and you're going to start getting yourself known in the community, Webflow is a great tool for people that edit, like for like business owners that want to edit their own website and their own content. So I've had set up so many people with WordPress, so many people with a few other different content management systems that are out there. And by far the best thing so far has been Webflow, because it's just so easy for them to use an editor that just can go on the actual website, type it in, and it's saved, and it's like super, super slick for customers. So not a bad choice at all. And I know too, I am working on doing actual more tutorial type stuff on Webflow, as opposed to like these videos. They're not really tutorials. They're just like, hey, I'm just kind of working. And some days I'm working in Webflow and I'm just working away. But actually having tutorials as well too is something that I want to do, because obviously with Piixel Pieces, an educational part of it's going to be a huge part of like the marketing and the strategy behind growing Piixel Pieces, is that people can come here to learn how to use Webflow, to learn how to use components, and learn how to build things as well. And then, of course, people can access all that stuff without even having to, be a member or any of that stuff. So yeah, okay. So enough mumbling. Let's get back to, so we got the pricing page, and now we need the blog page. We need a duplicate. We're doing this blog. I'm thinking about client first here as well too, is I'm going to have to probably take a good look at this site and how this thing, it's very simple, so it won't be hard to rename things. But getting this into a proper framework as well is going to be really important. Blog, right? Do I want to call it blog? Or do I want to call it learn? What do I want to call it? Let's call it learn. Yeah, we'll call it learn. Start there for now. I don't know. What should this be? Like tips, tricks, and tutorials on. It's not just on Webflow per se, because I'm sure there's going to be stuff on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which of course complements this pretty well. Anyways, content. We'll worry about the exact content later. Learn from our posts below. Very generic, but. And maybe should there be a subscribe? Like if we have a newsletter. That might not be so bad. Well, let's just leave it there. How do we want to lay out this blog? Did I? think I have a couple ideas, but I'm not 100% sure. I think what I want to do is I probably want to sketch this part out because I think this is going to be very important. This is going to be like the key to like all my marketing efforts. So I want to make sure that this is done well. So with that being said, let me do a couple other pages first. Let's do our portal pages. So we'll do our login page, and I do have, where's my design for that? Okay. So this is going to be quite different. Let's go in here. Let's copy that out. And actually, how this page is going to go, it's going to be completely different. And all these portal pages are going to be the same. What was that? You guys back? Oh, okay. Okay, no one's home, and then I heard a bunch of rustling. Thought someone was breaking into the house, but we're good. Just the kids. Okay. So portal. You're gonna go in there, and just seeing how this is laid out here. And it's gonna have two sections to it, and basically the way that it's designed. Portal. Ah, shit, I already have that class. Okay. Okay, so there we go. So the way I have it designed is the portal is going to be the login page. It's going to be split down the middle, where the right side is going to be an image, or maybe this is the right side if I'm mirrored, the image, and then on the left side it's going to be the login details, just like welcome, name, email, like whatever, and sign up. So very simple. Basically, I guess the opposite, like if I do this here, basically taking this here, putting it on the left side, and then just a nice happy image or something like that on the left. We'll think of something to put in there. So we have, right, and we want to, actually, let's just do it as a grid with no gap. And they're each going to be 50-50. Perfect. So that's our grid, and we're going to call this portal column. And then how do what's the key? I know there's a keystroke to move between elements in Webflow. And this is also going to be portal column. Webflow keyboard shortcuts, that's what I'm looking for. Just need a cheat sheet. Do they have a cheat sheet? Ooh, view shortcuts. Cool. Mac. Who's using a Mac? Come on now. Shift Control G. Shift Control G. Okay, what the hell did that do? That closed the whole... Oh, that deselected everything. Okay. In the designer, hit the question mark. Keyboard shortcuts. Look at that. All right, I've seen this before. Nice, thank you. So shift question mark. Shift question mark. Nice. Okay, so I was just looking for moving up and down an element. Here we go. Just the closey bracket. Or control up. Okay, so... Okay. Oh, no, that's moving it. That's not what I wanted. I don't want to move it. Shift. Oh, no, I'm not here. Oh, yeah, that's moving it. Okay, I don't want to move. I want to navigate. I want to navigate. Rename last class. Okay. Oh, that's helpful. Yeah. Oh, that's helpful too. Where is general? Publish. And right. Oh, it looks like you can't. Basically what I'm thinking of, if you're on an element to navigate to like the next one, like navigating through like child elements and parents. But it doesn't look like we can do that. But something happened. I think I deleted something because I've lost another div tag here. Okay. That's cool. I gotta remember that. Maybe I should print this off. Totally aside, when I'm just thinking about Webflow, I wish their, what's it called? Their membership portal was just more developed. That's the thing that I wish was worked on more. But I think they will. The only reason I'm thinking that now, because I'm just thinking of all the different things that I'm going to have to use in terms of using Airtable and member stack and all these other different pieces in order to make everything work together. It would be nice if it could all be done in-house, but alas, it's not quite developed enough yet. So, do I want to... Well, let's add... this is going to be portal. Yeah, don't follow my CSS naming conventions for this right now, because it's just not following any standards whatsoever. I'm just coming up with things off the cuff, which might not be ideal. This is just, I guess that's where the content's going to be, because I want to add a padding to it and around everything. It's on the keyboard shortcuts menu under other, which is bottom right. Did I miss something? Select next previous element. Okay. Oh, they do have it. Ah, I did miss it. Look at that. Select parent / child element. Up, down arrow. And then left, right arrow. Oh, well, that's easy enough, I guess. Yeah. Oh. All right. So if there's none, it's not going to go anywhere. Cool, cool. Excellent. Thank you. Okay. We're going to need a form. Okay. Sorry, always looking down to my sketches here. And I'm going to want... Oh, I don't haven't named this one yet. That's okay. Welcome. Something like that. Sign up message goes here. You can remove. And what fields do we want for sign up? Obviously, we're going to take their name, and then we're going to, hang on, let's go here. Okay, let's just sign up. This is the sign up form. And, okay, yeah, name. You know what? Let's do text field. Where's the text field? And does it just come in with the form and you just got to duplicate them? Could be. All right. So first name, last name. Actually, don't capitalize the second word. And we need email, and I think we want password as well. Not email to, password. Right. And, oh yeah, and is it join now, or is it going to be like pay now? Oh, I forget how the flow works with, oh, let me do a little bit of seeing something that I have that's already set up, right? Okay. Here we go. I think this one, obviously, just sign up, right? And then you just go into the payment right after this. Right. Let me just take a quick look at this just for a second. Can I see? want to see. Like this is just one template. Okay, this is not what I'm looking for. I need to maybe take a little bit of a more look as to what updates they've made with MemberStack 2.0. Because I've never used MemberStack 2.0. I've used MemberStack 1. I haven't used 2.0. I just actually, can I just see? It's got to be like features. Yeah, here we go. So authentication. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Sign up button, really? Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool. So the question I have, this looks like it's all Stripe stuff. Basically, sorry, I'm just deciding in my head to, like this one here, you go on membership, and this is using the MemberStacks portal, or if it makes more sense to build my own and then just send that data and that information to MemberStack. I like this better. I mean, it takes more work. This one's nice because you can just cut and paste and you're good to go. But this one here, it stays in more with the brand, right? But if they have options on actually styling this as like a pop-up, like I like this. And I would like to have control over this. But I wonder, yeah. I don't, whoops. Where the hell am I? Here we go. Let's go back up here. Okay, hang on. Actually, let's look here. Not really what I want to look at. Okay. So going to look into that a little bit more, but I think what I'm going to do now is I'm still going to put these pages in because I'm pretty sure I'm going to want it to be in here. So let's remove, I mean, all that is gone. We're just going to have this. And we are also going to need to, we should be able to center these. vertically. No, that's not working. I think it needs to be here. No, that's not. No. Where am I? Right here. But then let's make this. It's got to be 100%. Or min height, or maybe 100 VH instead of percent. Okay. Okay, and this needs some design love, obviously. So what other page do we need? We need login page. We need sorry, that's this. This is not login. This is sign up. My mistake. Let's rename this. This is sign up. And then now let's duplicate this. Oh, where am I going? All right, login. No, that's not duplicating. And we have our login page. And login is just going to be login form is just going to be email and password. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the passwordless login where people can, it's basically this thing where you log in, or when you go on to, you press the login button, you just enter your email and then you get a confirmation code and then you just input that code. I don't know if it's the most secure thing. Obviously, if someone gets access to your email address and then also knows what sites you've signed up on. But I guess someone has your email, they're going to be compromising your things anyways because they could potentially do a password reset. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I know if you ever used Ghost, which I love, that's how they do their logins with the platform. I don't think there's any other way. I can even see. Maybe we can we explore like samples? Like this is a sample site. If you choose. Anyway, basically, yeah, there's a sign in. Yeah, so it's just like this. You just input your, so I'm on this page. I want to sign in. It's just enter your email and then you get an email and a code or whatever. So it's kind of cool, I guess, but I don't know. Prefer your browser to save your password and let me log in more quickly. Yeah, I use what's it called? I use 1Password instead of using the browser to remember the passwords. There's something I read somewhere just about security and it not being as good as using a password manager. I don't know what it was. I think it was something with Chrome as well too. But yeah, I agree. It's just much easier to just have your passwords be remembered in and just inputs automatically and away you go. No need to mess around with checking your email. Like I hate all the, like I get the reasons for, but the two-step verification or what have you, whether you have to use an authenticator app or they text you a code, it's just, it gets annoying. I feel like it's the few, maybe it's not the few people, but the few people that get scammed or get tricked into, giving out their login information. It's like a feature that was made standard for everybody because of the few. I guess the one thing I'll say is a little bit of a story when I was working at Dalhousie. And of course they have like, I don't know how many thousands of employees that work there across, all different types of like departments or what have you and faculties. And about, I don't know, a year or two ago, it came up where after every single email, if it wasn't from someone with an @dal.ca email address, there would be this big yellow banner that says, warning, this email is not from somebody that is at Dal. It doesn't matter if you emailed them before or whatever, you'd always get that warning no matter what, because I guess some people were getting, spammed or phished by people impersonating other people or what have you. And we were getting quite a lot of those where it'd be like, hey, this is the CEO, I just need you here in my office, blah, blah, blah. So people were getting spammed, and I get it, but then it's like, it ruins it for everybody else because now everyone else has to go through like extra steps and extra processes. Anyways, and Dalhousie is not the first one. You've probably seen that before when you email someone and then they respond back and then there's this big warning plastered saying, warning, this person isn't, from part of your trusted network. Anyways, I don't know, a little bit of a ramble. Doesn't really mean anything. That's neither here nor there. Okay, so what do we have? So we have our login, we have our sign up. And we need our forgot password. Let's duplicate that, and then that's it for our portal. So forgot password. And let's just say forgot password. And then this is going to be forgot password. And then delete that, and this is reset password. I guess it's just going to be a link to reset, and I'm going to have to figure out how that's going to work. So I don't quite know yet. So reset password. Everyone forgets their password. Every once in a while. I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna have to design a new logo. So, did I do that on the wrong page? What the hell? What is going on here? Is this? What the hell? What the hell is going on? Why am I going to different pages and everything is gone? Why is every page the same? What the hell is going on? Did I press some kind of shortcut key that made... Oh my God. What the hell is going on? Okay, maybe I just needed a refresh. Okay, sign up. Learn. Okay, everything seems to be back to normal. Don't scare me like that. Okay. So I have my sign up. And I have forgot password. But then we're missing a page. Okay, stick that. Oh, that was weird. Maybe it's just the browser issue. Not learn. We want doing this again. Cancel that. Nope. What did I help? Or what did I help? Where did I press? Discard that. Exit without saving. Yes, please. what's going on there? Okay. So sign up page, duplicate, and this is going to be login. And then like, welcome back. You know, we missed you. Good to have you back. And just log in. Super simple. Okay, so that's login. Sign up. Just make sure everything is right here. It's the sign up form. I forgot password, which is not the login form. It's the password form. And then in login, we need to change this to the login form. Okay. Okay, so we got home, we got our components page, we got our templates page. We have the blog page, which hasn't been built yet. We're gonna have to make our collection for that. We have the pricing page, which still needs a little bit of work with icons. And then we have our portal pages. Is there anything else I'm missing? I'm missing an about page. I need an about page. What time is it? 1:49. And about Piixel Pieces. This one needs content. So before I start doing any kind of layout stuff here, I need to write the content first because I don't know what the hell the content is going to be on here. It's probably just going to be a picture of me, to be honest, and just like text about me and like why I started Piixel Pieces. And I mean, obviously, if you're watching this, you probably have an understanding as to why. To make money, of course. To make developing and building websites easier, obviously. So yeah, so we'll have that kind of content, but I need to write it. So I have some tasks to do for tonight. Let me write this stuff down. What do I have to do tonight? So I have to write content, and I need an about content. I need FAQ, which we might save that for much later. FAQ section, I need to think of a little bit of content for the blog/learn section. What is this pen? Oh, this is a 3H pen, so no wonder it's difficult to write with. And what else? There's something else. What was it? Am I forgetting something? I think I'm forgetting something. About, FAQ, blog. I'll have a look at the pricing page as well too. There might be some issues there. Okay, noted. All right, I think I will leave it there today. What day is it today? Today's Tuesday. I think for sure, by the end of this week, we'll be able to finish the entire skeleton of what the brochure part of Piixel Pieces is going to be. And then we'll start working on actually developing the application, which will be really, really cool. And while I'm doing that, that'll be done. All of that stuff will be done on stream. And I think off stream, what I'm working on, which takes infinitely more time, is to actually work on building these components and building the whole library and everything like that. So that's where we're at. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining. Thanks, Kevin, for all your tips today. You're definitely, I think you were saying, like you're a Webflow hobbyist. It's like, you know, all those shortcut keys. You like, I feel like you're even further ahead than I am. So so right on. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. And everyone else, yes, have a good one. Thank you for joining. And as always, we'll be back here tomorrow with another stream. All right. Have a good one.